Hey there, it's Chaston J. Miles, and I want to start with something that's going to shock you. Did you know that 99% of brokers are making a mistake that's costing them $180,000 every single year? And here's the crazy part, they don't even know that they're doing it. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what this mistake is, why it's happening, and most importantly, how you can fix it starting today. Look, I get it. You're probably thinking, here we go, another guru promising the world. But stick with me for just a second. What if I told you that the way you're onboarding agents right now is completely backwards? And that backwards approach is costing you $47,000 every single time an agent doesn't make it. Think about it for a moment. How many agents have you lost in the last year? 3, 4? Do the math. It's terrifying. Here's what I've learned after years of struggling with the same issues you're facing right now. You don't have a people problem. I know that might sound crazy, especially if you've been blaming yourself or thinking you're just not good at hiring, but the truth is you have a system problem. The agents you're bringing on board aren't broken. Your method for getting them productive is what's broken. Now, before we dive deeper, let me tell you who I am and why you should listen to me. I've scaled 247 agents across 12 different markets using one system. These aren't just any agents. They've quickly generated over $43 million in sales. While the industry average for retention is 31%, I've achieved a 73% retention rate. I've reduced onboarding time from the typical 6 months down to just 30 days, and I've saved myself 67 hours per week that I used to spend on training. I'm the co-founder of Power Unit and the developer of the Pulse method. But here's the thing. I wasn't always successful at this. There was a time when I was spending 67 hours a week training agents, and you know what happened? They quit after 90 days. Sound familiar? I was completely burned out. I was answering the same questions over and over again, 247 times to be exact. I felt like a broken record, and honestly, I was starting to question whether I was cut out for this business. Then I had a breakthrough moment. I realized that I wasn't the problem. My method was the problem. All this time, I'd been training and blaming myself, blaming the agents, blaming the market, when in reality, it was just my approach that was completely backwards. Let me share something with you right quick and explain why you're struggling. 69% of new agents quit in the first year. That's not a typo. Nearly 7 out of 10 agents don't make it past year 1. Now let me tell you why this is happening. It's not the market. I know that's what everyone wants to blame, but that's not it. It's not the leads. I've seen agents succeed with terrible leads and fail with the good ones, and it's definitely not the competition. The reason agents are failing is the complete lack of structure and systems. Most brokerages are throwing agents into the deep and hoping they figure out how to swim. What's happening is brokers are just winging it. They're crossing their fingers and hoping agents will somehow figure it out on their own. But think about it. Would you expect someone to become a surgeon without medical school? Of course not. Yet that's exactly what we're doing with real estate agents. And while you're hoping and praying, you're losing $47,000 every single time an agent doesn't make it. That's the real cost of a failed agent. Not just their misproduction, but all the time, energy, and resources you invested in them. Let me break down the real cost of doing things the old way. The average broker loses 4 agents per year. That's $188,000 in lost potential right there. But it gets worse. You're also spending 67 hours per week on training and hand-holding. If you value your time at just $100 per hour, and honestly, it's probably worth more than that, that's $348,000 per year of your time. Add it up and you're looking at $536,400 per year in losses and wasted time. And here's the kicker, you're still not growing. Today, I want to share 3 secrets with you that completely change how I think about building a brokerage. The first secret is why your current training approach doesn't stick and what actually does work. I bet you're sitting here thinking, But Chasten, I've tried everything. I've bought the training books, handed out scripts, even done role playing sessions. Nothing sticks. Trust me, I've been there. Here's what I discovered: the training is temporary, but systems are permanent. I used to be the entire training department. Every question, every fire, every agent crisis came to me. I had the scripts, I tried CRMs, I tried coaching programs. Nothing worked long term. But once I built a system, that completely changed everything. I realized it wasn't my agents that were the problem, it was my method. The truth is, agents don't need more information. They're drowning in information. What they need is more implementation. They need structure, not content. You might be thinking, okay, but how is one system going to actually grow my brokerage differently than what I'm doing now? Here's the reality: 87% of training is forgotten within 30 days if there's no system to support it. Think about that. Almost everything you've been teaching them is gone within a month. Agents don't rise to inspiration, they rise to structure. A performance based system gives them both the steps to follow and the standards to meet. What you need is structure that works even when you're sleeping. A system that keeps your agents on track whether you're there or not.
So before I came in, I felt like I know what I want to do. I know I want to build this team. I know I want to make this team great, but I was struggling with knowing what to do next. Like I just didn't know what to offer, what do I do next? And so whenever I came on, having I think my biggest win out of everything is building out this agent launch journal that breaks down everything, not only for them, but it helps keep me more organized. So I can go through and know that every single agent that is onboarding, they're going to go through the exact same onboarding process rather than me just meeting them for coffee and talking to them and be like, oh, well, I've got the team. Why don't you join? And then as they join, it's like, okay, well, we need to get your business cards. We need to like just as it came into what I needed to do, I would do it rather than, I guess, proactively plan for it. So the second biggest win is the structure that I built. So starting the daily meetings and knowing that if I bring on another agent, they're going to come into something that's already functioning, that they're already seeing, okay, we're organized, we're structured. And I think that's one of the things that gives me a lot more confidence to go out towards experienced agents and talk to them and let them know what I've got going on over here. Because before I was like, I don't want to get someone who's been on another team. They join over here and then realize this team has no idea how to run a team. They don't know what they're doing. So I feel like I've gotten so much more clarity and direction on what I need to get done.
The second secret is how to 10x your team without 10xing your workload. This is where most brokers get it completely wrong. Most leaders think growth means giving more, more time, more check ins, more pressure, but that's exactly backwards. The secret is to build it once and use it forever. I used to spend more time training than I did growing my business. I thought I had to be everything to everyone: the mentor, the motivator, the manager. I was burning out doing one on one training with every single agent until I built a system that could manage itself. This is what I call the CEO bottleneck. If your growth depends on you showing up more and more, you don't own a business. You are the business. And that means you're the bottleneck. Every new agent, every training session, every question, every disagreement has to go through you. Does that onboarding process look familiar? You're probably nodding your head right now because you're living this every day. Now, you might be thinking, but Chasten, we've automated some things. But here's the problem: if your automation is costing you time and money, it's not really automation, is it? Look at what most brokers are spending on platforms. Sisu at $250 per user per month, Google Workplace at $7 per user, Dropbox $15 per user, the free Facebook groups that turn into chaos, and Zapier at $19 per month. You're not saving money, you're hemorrhaging it across a dozen different platforms. I know what you're thinking right now, but Chasten, I have a small team. This is different in my case. Or maybe you're saying to yourself, I'm not organized enough for something like this. Here's the truth. Every big team started as a small team. The reason you haven't been able to scale isn't because you're small, it's because your current systems aren't scalable. You're trying to scale a broken system. Bottom line, you don't need to train everyone yourself. You need a system that does the heavy lifting so you can actually lead instead of babysit. Let me tell you about Marco. He wanted to scale his brokerage, but he couldn't find the time. His old approach took 6 months per agent and everything was manual. But once he implemented a 30-day system with automated onboarding, everything changed. He onboarded 23 agents in 90 days and 19 of them are still producing 12 months later. That's the power of having the right system. Remember this, leadership isn't about being the engine that powers everything. It's about building the vehicle that can run without you. The third secret is why performance beats brand every single time. This is especially important if you are competing against the big franchises. I hear this all the time. Chasten, I can't compete with the big brands. They have the name recognition, the marketing budgets, the resources. But here's what I've learned. Your size isn't the problem. Your setup is the problem. Performance beats perks every time. Small brokerages can win, but only if they have the right setup. Think about it this way. Agents don't leave for better logos. They leave for better systems and better support. I've seen independent brokerages out-recruit major franchises because they had a setup that agents could actually count on. You don't need their brand recognition. You just need to deliver results that make agents want to stay. The best way that I can explain this is what happened in the entertainment industry. Netflix didn't beat Blockbuster because they had a better brand. They beat them because they had a better system. Netflix offered no late fees, on-demand access, easy subscriptions, and personalized recommendations. They entered the market with a performance-based model that just worked better. People didn't leave Blockbuster because they suddenly hated the brand. They left because Netflix performed better. It was easier, faster, and more aligned with how people actually wanted to consume entertainment. It wasn't about the brand, it was about the system. That's why performance loyalty crushes brand loyalty every single time. Netflix proved that you don't need to be the biggest or have the most recognized brand. You just need to perform better than everyone else. Now, I know what you're thinking right now. Chasten, I don't have time to build something new from scratch. Here's the good news. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Everything you need already exists. You just need to implement it. You might be thinking, I'm not that good at creating systems. But that's exactly my point. You're not creating a system. You're shifting to a performance-based setup that's already been proven to work. Actually, being in your shoes is the biggest advantage. Big brands have to sell on image and reputation. You can win on pure results. When your agents are performing at a high level, your success becomes your brand.
The immediate changes that I have seen with after joining Power Unit has been definitely the systems. I mean, even though I'm a seasoned agent, the fact that my business didn't have all the structured systems in place that it needs in order for it to be a business that runs on itself. The fact that I am now treating this business as a real business, the value that I'm able to bring to my clients and those that I collaborate with has been definitely brought up front. And so it has just elevated the business for me.
Let me ask you something. Have you had any light bulb moments so far? Are you starting to see why the old way isn't really working? Just to recap what we've covered: why your current training doesn't stick and what actually does work, how to 10x your team without 10xing your workload, and why performance beats brand every single time. So here's my question for you: are you ready to shift to a performance based setup? What I'm about to show you is the exact setup that teams are using to outperform the big brands without more overhead, without burning out, and without losing agents every quarter. I want to introduce you to the 30-day producer system. This is an all-in-one engine that puts your agents in performance mode and keeps them there. This is the same system that generated $43 million in agent production. It gets new agents producing in 30 days instead of 6 months. It works whether you have 5 agents or 500 agents. And here's the best part: it runs without you having to be there. Let me show you exactly what this system does. It takes you from complete chaos to working deals in just 30 days. Days 1 through 7, we handle the complete onboarding and setup. Days 8 through 21, your agents follow a daily structure with automated activity tracking. Days 22 through 30, they're getting their first deals and building real momentum. And from day 31 forward, you have self-managing producing agents. Now, the number one thing I hear from brokers is, my agents won't actually use it. Here's what I've learned after working 247 agents. When systems are clear, consistent, and track performance, agents actually engage. We have an 89% adoption rate across the brokerages we've implemented this in. It's not about trying to get them to use it. It's about making it so valuable and integrated into their daily routine that it becomes impossible to ignore. You might be thinking, but Chasten, we're already set up with what we need. Here's what you can get rid of: trying to piece together a system from tools that were never designed to work together for real estate teams. The truth is, you probably do have tools, but they're scattered across 5 to 10 different platforms with different logins and disconnected spreadsheets. That's not automation. That's friction disguised as efficiency.
So far, it has been going great. I am really excited because we're literally in the discovery stage, and I'm discovering all these things that um, I need to be doing to be able to scale my business to the next level. And I am really excited about it. And all his team so far have been amazing. He is very patient, very kind, and very helpful. And I am loving it. I'm excited to be here, and I cannot wait to see the end result. Thank you.
Let me show you exactly what's included in the 30-day producer system. First, you get the scalable agent growth system. This automatically ramps up your agents and systematizes your onboarding and training forever. No more starting from scratch with every new hire. This alone is worth $188,000 because it prevents your annual agent turnover losses. Second, you get a completely custom branded platform. This isn't some generic system with our logo on it. This launches with your branding, your colors, your identity. Your agents see this as your system. This is worth $50,000. That's what it would cost you to build a custom platform from scratch. Third, you get all the training content, over 100 hours of proven content that gives agents clear, step-by-step routines that actually drive results. This is worth $15,000 in content development costs. Fourth, you get comprehensive performance tracking. This replaces 5 or more platforms with one integrated hub. No more juggling between Sisu, Dropbox, and a dozen other tools. This is worth $25,000 over 5 years of platform costs. And finally, you get personal implementation. You don't want to have to figure out how to set this up or train your team. We handle everything for you. This is worth $15,000 in implementation costs. When you add it all up, you're getting $293,000 in value. The scalable agent growth system worth $188,000, the custom branded platform worth $50,000, all the training content worth $15,000, performance tracking worth $25,000, and personal implementation worth $15,000. Don't just take my word for it. Here's what Jamie, a multi-state broker with Coast to Coast Collective, told me. This quickly solved all of my operations problems. Our agents love it. It's attracting high quality agents to our organization. And the best part is I don't have to manage it at all. Let me break down what this is actually worth to you. It saves you from losing $188,000 per year on failed agents. It gives you back 67 hours per week, which at $100 per hour equals $348,000 per year of your time. And it typically increases agent retention by 42%, which adds $420,000 in additional value. The total yearly value is $958,400. With these tools, you'll be able to give your agents one login for everything, track their activities without manual inputs from you, communicate, train, and review results all in one place, and launch onboarding, contests, and campaigns with just a few clicks. This works for boutique brokerages trying to grow without hiring more staff, independent brokers who are tired of one-on-one training, franchise offices looking to modernize their agent development, and brokers who want scalable onboarding without losing their revenue generating hours. Here's my guarantee to you. If this platform doesn't help you grow your team, keep your top talent, and stop losing commissions every quarter without you being the trainer, the babysitter, and the bottleneck, then you don't pay. I'm serious about this. If it doesn't work exactly as I've described, you get 100% of your money back. No games, no loopholes, no fine print. Either it builds your business or it costs you nothing. Think about it this way. Worst case scenario, you're out a few minutes of your time. Best case scenario, you finally get your agents producing at a high level without burning yourself out. Even if this only works half as well as I've described, it'll pay for itself in your first 30 days. Now, I need to be upfront with you. We can only onboard 12 brokerages per month. That's our maximum capacity because we personally handle every implementation. This is important. We personally onboard every single brokerage. We don't hand you a login and wish you luck. When those 12 spots are gone, the next opening isn't until next month if there's no waiting list. Here's what Nathaniel Crawford, a broker at Black Luxury Realty, told me. I'm now known as the best brokerage in my area for giving agents the tools and resources they need to succeed. From role playing to mindset training to luxury marketing, we cover all the key elements to agent success in any market. Just to recap everything you're getting. The scalable agent growth system worth $188,000. The custom branded platform worth $50,000. All the training content worth $15,000. Performance tracking worth $25,000. And personal implementation worth $15,000. Total value $293,000. Your next step is simple. You need to book your implementation call right now. We have limited spots available and I want to make sure you get one of them. Go to pwru.app/broker launch. But before I let you go, let me tell you about the investment. This isn't going to cost you $293,000. It's not even going to cost you $50,000. Your investment starts at just $32 per agent per month. That's it. For a 10 agent team, you're looking at $320 per month. For a 20 agent team, you're looking at $640 per month. Think about that for a second. You're currently losing $47,000 every time an agent fails. This system costs you less per month than what you lose on a single failed agent, and it prevents future failures. The math is simple. If this system prevents just one agent from failing this year, it pays for itself 12 times over. But we both know that it's going to do way more than that.
If I have someone that's considering joining Power Unit, my message to them is to one, stop thinking about it and get it done. The reason I say that is because it's going to help to improve your business. It's going to help to improve you. It's going to get you to the next level. It gets you around some movers and shakers that are actually, doing things in the real estate and investment space that is going to help you to level up. And that's basically what you're looking to do. And without, the connections and everything that we do in real estate, to me, I believe when you're looking to really continue to move and get to the next level, it's all about association. So the association that, the power unit have and who they're connected to and how they continue to build and do things is one of the reasons why I believe that, people should join, not only for what power unit has to offer, but also who they're connected with.
So here's my final question for you. Can you afford to keep losing $188,000 per year on failed agents while spending 67 hours a week on training? Or are you ready to get your life back and build a brokerage that actually works? The choice is yours, but those 12 spots won't last long. Go to pwru.app/broker launch right now to get you set up with the system that's going to change everything.